We're rolling. Welcome, you guys. Let's get Instagram going over here. 1 second, Facebook. We're starting the live video on Instagram as well. We got Instagram over here, Facebook here. Hello, everyone. What's up, Instagram? You guys, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to episode 191 of SF Live. My name is Ben Hartley with Style and Story Creative. That's the photography studio that we are holding down here in the good old Columbus, Ohio. And then, of course, the Six Figure Photography Podcast. And then we make these videos for you guys, right? This is what we do. You guys, thank you so much. Look, because I've got Instagram going on over here, I actually can't read the comments on Facebook today. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down below after I end the video. I'll see all the chatter. I'll see all the comments, and I'll hop in there. I'll spend some time with you guys a little bit later today. If you're on Instagram right now, say hi. It's cool. This is kind of a new, throwing it over to Instagram as well. I figured, why not? You guys, the entire purpose of SF Live is to help you, grow your business, is to help light a fire under you, to have someone who's showing up. Honestly, sometimes it's just showing up, right? It's just showing up and being present to kind of pull you guys out of the funk. Sometimes I do this just to pull myself out of the funk. And when I say the funk, what I mean is it is hard running your own business, especially as a solopreneur. Not everyone has a great luxury of getting to come to work with a team of people, multiple photographers, office managers. Like, it's not everyone's situation. For so many of you, and for myself for the longest time, it was waking up and sitting in my bed with my laptop editing away, right? It's like going down in the living room. For 2 years, we worked in my garage, and I just like foamed, like, what's that foam stuff you get at like hardware stores? I literally just like foamed to insulate it through the winter, and my carpet would freeze, and it was fantastic. It's just really hard. It's hard to keep showing up every day and move the needle. And so I'd love to be a voice for you guys. I'd love to be someone, a sounding block, an encourager, just to help give you something. Even if you don't walk away with some super practical thing on how to raise your prices, how to book more, how to whatever. Like, I just hope to light a fire under you, because we need it, man. Like, we need people in our world. Growth does not happen in a vacuum. I talked a lot about that yesterday in regards to marriage, but growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. This is why we get to the end of every year as photographers and we're starving for a workshop. We're starving to get to WPPI or imaging or a conference, because we just want to be surrounded with our people who are in the trenches, people who know what it's like. I want to try to help do that for you guys on the daily. So that's what I'm up to. In the meantime, we're still running a full-time business. And so it's a doozy, you guys. It's a doozy. Thank you for being here. I'm on like my 6th cup of coffee for the day. And look, I was absent for a little while, and I'm coming back at it with these live videos. One thing that I wanted to talk about was a few beliefs that I have. I've got a number of beliefs in my life that really dictate the actions that I take, and I'm sure more beliefs will come as I keep growing, keep maturing, keep experiencing things, keep failing, and even these ones that I have right now will continue to finesse and sharpen. But I've tried to be as introspective as possible and really think about what it is I believe in order to decide the actions that I have. And so even as I started, SF, Six Figure Photography, to help encourage you guys and help to show you what it looks like to grow a sustainable business, the whole thought process behind it is really less about money. It's kind of a silly thing. The whole thing is called SF, Six Figure, but it's less about money. I care more about how you make your money than how much money you make. I really want you guys to have a sustainable business. I want you to get what you're worth. I want you to actually be in business next year and the following year for yourself and your family and for your kids. I don't want to see you running out there with your passions and your camera in hand with this idea of being a photographer and getting to do like one of the best jobs in this world, right? And then having it fall flat after a year. And so if I can help give you any pieces to the puzzle, I want to be able to do that. But really at the end of the day, look, $30K, that's what you need. Like, that's like a salary right now. Like, you're not going to be like going to Disney World every year, but sometimes like that's it. Let's start there. That's fine. I want to turn this on its head. I have 6 core beliefs of what I believe it looks like to fall into this category that I have of a 6-figure photographer. And so I want to kind of outline those, and I just want to hone in on my number 1 belief. This is the top one. This is the thing that matters beyond everything else. And I start every podcast episode with a couple explanations. But one of the things that I say almost every time I go on the air is that your earnings are in direct correlation to how well you serve your leads. Another way to say this is the more that you love, the more that you give, the more that you serve, the more that you show up and put in the work and bless people, the more you're probably gonna make, right? There's just this funny thing that happens is when you give a damn about people, like you end up being able to pay the bills, right? And so my number one belief in life is that people are always more important. At the end of the day, people are always more important. In my photography business, people are always more important. And this is true of my clients, of our leads, of the team. I've said this so many times. Ben and Steven, they're photographers here. People are always more important. Ben and Steven are more important than the success of this business. Ben and Steven can go, they could leave, they could go do their own thing. They could start up shop and open their own studio in direct competition with me. But people are always more important. Ben, as a human being, is more important than the success of my business, and I would wish him well because I know that if he chose to do that, if Ben chose to do that for his family, it's because it would be the best move for his family. And it'd suck. I'd have a little pity party for myself for a little bit, but I just choose to believe that people are always more important because the alternative sucks. To live your life in fear and in scarcity and always on the defense of protecting everything that's yours will get you nowhere. And if it does get you somewhere, it's gonna suck along the way. I don't wanna live my life like that. I wanna live my life giving. That's why I make these videos. I wanna live my giving to you guys. Giving. Like this is one of the things and one of the reasons that we do so many things in our photography studio. This is why I pick up the phone and I call leads. I call leads because people are always more important. Their stories are more important. Understanding their stories and actually listening rather than just emailing over whatever it may be. Like I get the opportunity to actually understand what my clients care about. I spend time with them. We literally call our bride's parents because I want to know. I want to know what they care about. This is why we switched to Fuji, you guys. I switched to Fuji because people are always more important, which is a really crazy thing for a photographer to kind of think about. We switched to Fuji as our main camera system, not because of gear, not because of pixels, not because of sharpness, not because of color profiles and all that stuff. We switched because people are always more important. We switched because on a wedding day, I don't want to be the photographer who's just lugging around stuff after stuff, lens after lens, more and more lighting equipment, more and more shit that I'm gonna have to lug around and miss moments, miss opportunities, miss capturing stories for my couples. I want to be nimble. I want to be quick. The reason why we switched to Fuji is because I don't want to be shooting with a camera system that's like this big. And causes people to recoil and doesn't allow me to be present and to get up there and to be a part of moments and to be a part of these, document these things in a really intimate way. The mirrorless system allows me to capture intimate moments in a way that I couldn't with an SLR. Purely, completely silent shutter, no noise, no click of a shutter. I can literally be behind someone in a prayer with their eyes closed and they're not gonna realize it. And I can be photographing those things. I can be quick, I can be present. It's a different way of shooting, but it's also one that sets my pride at its side. You guys, people are always more important. The amount of time and stress and energy and frustration that you put out there on the day because you didn't get the huge epic shot, or your second shooter missed the lighting, or you forgot the lens of the car, and you're boohooing and you're mad, or you do get the crazy epic shot and you spend so much time doing it. Some couples may value it, and if they do, amen. But for so many, like those huge, monumentous, like glorious, huge, epic shots, it ends up not being the thing that people actually care about. It's a thing you care about. It's a thing that gets you published. It's a thing that goes in your portfolio. It's a thing that wins you the award. But at the end of the day, the photograph that goes in the album, the picture that someone looks at and with deep appreciation and memory of someone is oftentimes the moment that you were, like thinking about something else, or I don't know, setting up something else, or lugging around gear and aren't present. We just wanted to make a conscious effort to put our couples first, to put our clients first, to set aside our own artistic desires, to show up with our art in mind, to show up with our eye, to show up with our vision, and to do that but to put my people first, to put my clients first. This is what it looks like. To say that people are always more important. And this goes beyond, I mean, this is about like watermarks. This is about copyright. This is about digital files. Like there's so many photographers that are obsessing over the watermark and the fear of someone taking their stuff and what so-and-so did in such and such Facebook group. And the second shooter said this or did this. Just like enough of the drama. People are more important. Keep your head down, get your shit done. Love the hell out of your team, your family, your clients, and let all of the noise like disappear. Like I know a lot of industries, I'm sure are chattery and they're dramatic, and they got a lot going on, and maybe I'm just aware of it because I'm in this space as a photographer. But I just think there's so much more that we could be doing, so much more growth that we could be experiencing in our own personal life and in our business if we just started believing that people are always more important. It's just like it governs. I won't live my life any other way. And the other thing too that I love to say along these lines is it opens me up for vulnerability. It really does. It opens me up for vulnerability. It opens me up to be taken advantage of. It opens me up to all kinds of bullshit, but it's all kinds of bullshit that I don't care about. Once again, I would far more rather live my life with these beliefs in mind and with these actions than any other way, right? And don't mistake my grace for weakness. That'd be my other thought. Don't mistake my grace for weakness. It's all intentional. I just choose to love the hell out of people. You guys, thanks for being here. Drop some comments below, some thumbs up, some shares. You know what? Share this thing. If this got you going, if you resonated, if this is you, can you share this? Can you tag this with someone? We need to get this message out there to the people of the world. That's it, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, maybe I'll drop another line in terms of another belief that I have, what it looks like to be an SF photographer. You guys, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Let's see.